You are about ready to enter a world like no other world. A world of craziness. A world of design. A world of monsters. Including as zombies go around and moan. Can you hear them? They're moaning now. After the clock strikes midnight. Midnight on All Hallows Eve. Do you hear that? Do you hear it? Listen carefully, 'cause the clock strikes midnight. And the bat fly as Dracula introduces himself. The same Dracula years ago.
I am Dracula.
Alright guys, today we're going to look at Spirit Halloween. It's going to be a short. It's going to be a short look at this today. There's some other stuff on here that won't be shown. So we're gonna do is look at the gravestones and the animatronics in this trip. Let's look at them, huh? Oh, speaking of, you can take 20% off of an item by using the code 20OFF. Or you can get a coupon. You can get an in-store coupon. Let's see. Does it pop up? Yeah. You can print this coupon and present, and you can get 20% off of any item in the Spirit store. A costume, maybe an animatronic you want. Or you can go on the online code and type in at checkout 20OFF. So we're going to look right. We're going to do this. We're going to start with gravestones this time. And let's see what we got here. This has tombstones and fences. We got some gates. Here's a Beetlejuice character. Beetlejuice, the character, a gravestone. We got a 2-foot tombstone with gargoyles and stones. Here's a Here's a replica of the tombstone from Hocus Pocus for Billy Butcherson. We got us a pumpkin pillar. These are all just expanded polystyrene or styrofoam. Some pillars. They do a lot of artistry. Do a lot of pillars for artistry and stuff like that. And that's it on the tombstones. Let's go back over here and we're gonna Spirit Halloween has got some new animatronics this year that they've got in there and they put on for characters. Oh, we got Shorty from Killer Clowns from Outer Space. See what he does, huh? I think he's new, but I'm not sure yet. After a strange glowing object from space crashes down onto Earth, just outside of Crescent Cove, the evil clownish aliens known as the Clowns emerge to have their twisted fun and wreak havoc this Halloween, leaving the remains of popcorn and candy cocoons. These killer clowns have plenty of tricks up their sleeves. Shortly, one of the wildest is the punch of the bunch. Shorty is one of the wildest of the bunch, with his bright yellow clown suit, wacky green hair, his creepy red nose and smile, equipped with a pair of giant giant boxing gloves. He'll have no problem knocking you silly. Now Shorty and his fellow clowns roam the streets in search of volunteers for their next very special performance. Once you get a ticket for this clown circus, there is no guarantee you will make it alive. This is the Shorty animatronic. Let's get a good look at him. Hold on. Let's get a good look at this Shorty animatronic, huh? He's all ready. He's got popcorn already. He's ready to go knock someone's block off. You got him all dressed up in the same costume. He's got this fabric hair, this yarn hair. He's got fake hair. It's a bear. Look at him. He stands 5 foot tall. And let's see what he does, huh? Now this belongs to Spirit. I do not owe any of these characters. Oh. He looks like he has interchangeable hands. Yeah. He's got interchangeable hands. You can take his clown hands off and put the boxing hands on.
go to the next thing. Here's another killer clown item. This is the 7'2" slim animatronic killer clown from space. If you happen to see any giant shadow puppets this Halloween, look out, because this could be the only mean one thing. The killer clown from outer space are back and ready to cause some wacky mayhem this holiday. Turn your Halloween display into a killer clown circus this Halloween with official licensed slim animatronic as one of the most prominent clowns of the film. Slim is not to be taken lightly. With his signature bright pink clown jumpsuit, head and orange hair with mini balloons and sinister smile, Slim is always on the hunt for any helpless humans he can capture to feed his crew. Equipped with his green popcorn bag he has in the film, and get too close, he might just shrink and end up being the killer clown's next tasty snack. Yeah, he's that one clown. If you've seen Killer Clowns, he's that one that makes that shadow puppet and it eats those people. His face is different than the other ones are. His hair is different. He's got moons all painted on his costume. He don't look that difficult to put together. He's got one side with stars. He's getting ready to go. Oh, look at his face. His face is different than... Oh, it's a fake bag. So look, they printed a material that looks like popcorn inside. Does he have a video? He does. See what he does, huh? I believe the killer clown animatronics are from Techie. I'm not sure. I think so. I'm not sure. Oh, here we go. Here we go. This is the next prop. Hold on. This is their 6-foot cotton candy static cocoon hanging props. You can have him. You can have the clowns over there, and it wouldn't be Killer Clowns from Outer Space without the cocoon. Better hope you don't run into any killer clowns equipped with a candy cotton gun this Halloween, or you might get zapped into this cotton candy static prop for yourself. The official licensed prop features detail just like in the movie, with a red face being consumed by the bright pink cotton candy exterior. This static prop will have your home looking straight out of the scene from the film. Hang it anywhere from the ceiling, and you'll have guests looking over their shoulders for some killer clowns once they see this prop display on this Halloween. This is their representation of the prop for movie. Oh, it even covers up. That's those cotton candy cocoons that are in there, and that clown comes in there and drinks liquid out of a silly straw. That movie was very corny.
No.
It stands 6 foot tall. And let's see what happens at the we got a video of it. Let's see what it does, huh? They could have put some lights in it. Alright, moving on. Now, without killer clowns, we can move on to something that's not killer clown. And that is the 4-foot young Crouchy animatronic. The pain of growing up orphan in the streets can be masked by laughter, at least according to this broken child. With no friends, no family, and nowhere to turn, he had a stroke of luck. When the circus came down, he never intended to scare anyone, but when his broken posture and twisted frame, he was quickly adopted into the traveling circus and immediately found his calling. No amount of makeup could ever hide his sinister grin, a sharp dagger-like teeth. So he finally embraces his true identity as Crouchy and worked to become the show's most terrifying act. Oh, and speaking of, if you have trouble with your animatronic, they have a service team, I believe. It went from Dr. Zombie to the Zombie Tech Squad. Have no fear, the squad is here. You can reach them at ZTech Squad at spirithalloween.com. Their number is 1-866-580-5819, or you can talk to them on live. Ew. He's a little gruesome looking. Looks like his eyes light up. This would be interesting to have as a circus, a walkthrough. Let's see what he looks like. Let's see what he does, huh? He's a little creepy, guys. Let's get on to the next item. Now, we're going to go on to the farm with the 4.5 Scary City Scarecrow. Tired of getting pecked on all day and night by crows, and bombarded by rotten fruit fly passerbys. The Scarecrow decides to take his vengeance on his creator by torturing their children, one unlucky brat at a time. So now he patiently sits armed with his tempting bowl of candy, waiting for an unsuspecting guest with a sweet tooth to reach for the bowl. But by that moment, it's already too late. One look at the Scarecrow's tormented face, and your treat becomes a torment that will leave you mad, and your life a walking nightmare. Hold on, guys. Alright. He looks like a normal Scarecrow. Have him sitting right there on a chair, waiting for candy. Put some candy right there, waiting for it. Just waiting for it. Yeah, this is all techie that does this. Yeah. Alright, let's look at what he does, huh? Dang. Dang. That's not too bad. We're going to skip over that. And go on to this. This is the 7-foot tall Darling Dolly animatronic. Description: in the early 1930s, little Sally Smith found a Darling doll buried in the backyard of her family's new home. The Smiths hesitated to keep the doll, but it was too late. Sally already became infatuated. Weird things started to happen around the house. Mrs. Smith blamed Darling Dolly. One night, in a panic during a thunderstorm, Mrs. Smith buried Darling Dolly in the same spot little Sally had unearthed her. But when the lightning struck Mrs. Smith's shovel, Dolly's grave lit up. And an eerie blue glow. The doll and Mrs. Dolly were forever changed into something far more sinister. Sally swore it was a nightmare, but her father knew his wife was gone forever. And Darling Dolly would be back to claim her next victim. She has blue LEDs that flash red. Let's see what she... kind of an ugly looking thing. Yeah, kind of ugly looking. Yeah, she's ugly looking, guys. What does she do? Really? Really? So she lunges. Oh well. Here we go. We got a dog animatronic. Everyone loves puppies, but be warned, Bubba is not a friendly dog. He makes you feel bad for him when you hear him crying in his house, but once you get too close, he attacks. With his razor-sharp teeth and salivating from some fresh meat, you could be his next victim. So he's a dog prop. He stands almost 3 feet tall. They should have called him Cujo. That dog could use an attitude adjusting. Let's see what he does, huh? So he's just a prop that pops its head out. Oh, here we go. This was last year. I remember seeing the boxes. I remember seeing the box of them last year about it. This is kind of what they started with the skeletons. This is their 6-foot Grim animatronic. Watch out when the sun dips and beyond the horizon and dark blanket of night layers across your sleepy little town, because Grim and his tortured undead brethren rise to stalk the living, curse to walk the night for eternity, reaping misfortune, ghastly dread to anyone unlucky enough to cross their path. Do not be fooled by their wicked sense of humor, or else you'll be laughing, while you are laughing, you might find out that your funny bone, along with the rest of your skeleton, ends up part of their army forever. The Grim skeleton animatronic will send chills down your spine this Halloween when using a combination of 6 different servos to move different parts of his body. Includes his arms, his torso, his head, his eyes. Mr. Grimm's head movement will be programmed side to side and nod up and down and tilt left to right at all the same time to create a lifelike complexion. 3 servo motors are used to control the eye movement, allowing eyes to realistically turn up and down from side to side, and he spits some bone-chilling phrases. So he's a servo type character. Okay. He's a servo character. He's not like the good old motors that they used to use, where they would have drives on there. That would be different. So he's servo. Huh. That's what he does, huh? But he was like the little brother of Home Depot's 12-foot skeleton. But their skeleton is different than... Their skeleton is different than what I've seen for the Morris costumes. This one has servos that moves it.
Ah, you look like death warmed over, my friend. This is good. Soon there will be enough of us. And we will terrorize the living until we own this night. Are you with me? Halloween is ours!
Okay, the arms have servos in it. He's got a speaker in his rib cage. So let's see. This is the next character. I'm going to go back to the farm with the 4.5 foot sitting scarecrow animatronic. The rest of the scarecrow seems to be sleeping, but when someone reaches for the candy in his lap, he pops his head up and he makes some scary sounds. Perfect for scary trick-or-treaters or any guest. Huh. Oh, he's got a they got control, they got what you call it, they got instruction manuals. I didn't know that. I didn't know what that more info was. So let's look at we'll look at that next one, huh? Stay out of the playground with this character. This is their 3.5 foot menacing Molly. From the Tate Stedman collection. Who doesn't love an innocent little girl or on a swing? Sweet little Molly loves to sing, play with her friends, but she has been playing on her swing for quite some time. Don't say we warned you. For if you move too closely, young Molly, you will scream in horror as she bends backwards and reveals her twisted face and sinister laugh. Let's look at her. Oh, this is their parts. Okay. She looks like Wednesday Addams' crazy cousin. Let's see her video, huh?
I see dead people, I see ghosts, I see the things that hate you the most.
That is ugly. That is one ugly character. Now we're going to go back to the circus with the 7.9 foot animatronic. And I believe he is one of the newest characters this year. Juggling can be an overthrow competition, and Stilts would do anything to be the best in business, even if it knocking out competition permanently. With this sure 6-pin juggling act would impress the judges, but when he lost the chainsaw tossing lumberjack, he couldn't handle it. So Stilts uses his 10 pins and took out the competition permanently. Now he stalks the city streets, begging to impress unsuspecting onlookers with his act. But they better cheer loud, otherwise it's the last show they will ever see. It's like they say, show business can be quite cutthroat. Stilts always loves to perform for an audience, but better be sure to cheer him on, or he will take you out next. The Stilts animatronic features side-to-side moving torso and head that moves 360. Truly shows your guests something terrified that they never seen before. Hold on, guys. Let's come here and look at his prop. Okay, looks like he comes with his base, 2 poles, a hip ring, 2 arms, there's the mechanism, his power cord, 2 arms, a headpiece, there's his costume and his shoes, oh, that's a back piece, okay. This shows how to set them up. Oh, if you have the multi-prop controller, you could control them with one touch of a button. But let's see what he does, huh? His head turns 360. He's got purple, blue, and red for his paint. Oh, man. Oh. He's almost 8 feet tall. Let's see what he does, huh? Wow. That's making my back. Now we're gonna face the bog. Alright, guys. Let's get back to doing this. Looks like we had a happen. The page changed around. So stuff is all mixed up now. So let's go to the thing. We're gonna, since I've done all this stuff, let's come here to this 2.5 foot tombstone. Okay. Steve worked for security for decades at the local cemetery. Not one ever got in or out without him knowing. So the day came, Steve finally passed. Of course, the local grave diggers were looking to score and cash into some of the undead remains. Steve, who was always willing to work the graveyard shift, had a special connection with the spirits that rested there. Now that his spirit has joined them, he waits for any intruders to disturb their slumber before popping up from behind his tombstone and scaring the life out of anyone who dares to cross his path. Don't get caught, or you may join Steve and his fellow skeletons as part of the graveyard official dead crew. So basically, it's a tombstone that yeah, no video. That's a bummer, guys. All this is a ghost swing. Here we go. This is the Straw Man animatronic. Back in the day, Straw Man was a gentle farmer who loved the great outdoors and tended to his crop. Then the chemical plant exploded nearby and contaminating the field. Now, instead of protecting the lands he once cultivated, he feeds on destruction and is also on the prowl, saying trash or unexpected, eagerly sinking his razor sharp tools into tender flesh and stuffing their mouths full of straw before you could even scream terror. Get lost in the cornfield, and the Straw Man animatronic is sure to show you the way to your death. Over 6 feet tall and featuring realistic servos inside that power his terrifying movements. The creepy yellow LEDs that look deep into your soul. The Straw Man animatronic is a must-have for any animatronic display this Halloween. Okay, good. We got a an instruction manual. Comes with all the parts you see here. Let's see. Looks like 24 steps to set them up. And you can also get a switch. You can also get a you can also get a control. You can also put a step pad on there, so to put them on there, or you can use an external speaker jack Let's see what he does, huh? Let's look at him. Got him in their cornfield. Let's see what he does, huh?
Did you know that this land is cursed? The original farmer buried his victims in this very field. They say it helped to keep his soil nice and fertilized. Would you care to see where the remains lie?
Okay, let's go to the next guy, huh? Ah, jumping spiders ain't gonna cover you. This is the Grave Watcher. This is the Grave Watcher animatronic. Oh, she's sold out.